The problem with that is that it's slow, and I don't like being slow.
Oh, well, see, I'm not really good at this game, so slow doesn't bother me. But either way, we are off, and we got a Moon Pearl to start in Link's house. I guess you could say we have 2 pearls to start.
Oh, goodness.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
I thought I was good at making puns and stuff.
Alright, let's see. Uncle's got Cane of Samaria.
Alright, not the worst, but not the best. Also, I'd just like to point out where we got dazedcloud repping Zelda sprite and Trinexx repping Hoka Boka sprite. Only a half-bodied one, because, you know, 2-tile high sprite.
Yeah, it's true. Although it kind of fits with Trinexx with those. I always call them pokies, even though that's obviously not the right name. But still, those are they're only in that dungeon. So we are still going to be looking on the lookout for a bomb for the back of escape.
No,
Gonna have to conserve
active.
Alright, so we have a small key to start.
You can't steal that key because we have to use every key in the standard escape sequence.
Mm-hmm. dazedcloud making good use of getting the guards forced into corners to just basically bounce back and forth into the block.
Yeah, you mentioned Trinexx not exactly flourishing with this cane. Well, it's kind of weird that you say that, considering that the whole dungeon that Trinexx is in is bent on using the cane.
Mm-hmm.
Quite odd, if I do say so myself.
I would concur with that. It's probably just that dazedcloud's had more practice with it, but yeah. It's still early on. There's still a lot more things that could happen up to this point. There's the map. So we've found the 2 dungeon items, so everything else from here on is going to be items that could lead to progression.
You know what's silly? We found literally nothing useful in terms of items. There was the one single green rupee, and that was it in the front half of Escape.
So we've got Zelda leading Zelda, and a cactus-like monster leading Zelda. Okay, that works, I guess.
Link has an identity crisis, don't judge. Oh yeah, I feel like I should address people asking in chat, just out loud, because, you know, the commentators matter more, right? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, if you save and quit after getting Zelda, you do respawn in the cell. The only way you can speed up the escape sequence much faster, I should say, is with the mirror. Once you use the mirror, you spawn right back at the beginning, and Zelda is still with you.
That would, of course, assume you found the mirror by now, which is more unlikely.
I like what Dazed Cloud is doing here. In the room with a bunch of snakes, so you get a bunch more drop possibilities. You're trying to farm for a bomb. You know, all on the off chance that you get a bomb in here. You know, to avoid having to come back later for the back of the scale.
But nothing doing so far.
Oh, but did you see that? Trinexx just got an 8 bomb drop. Wow.
Very nice. Was that from a... Well, there we go. Dazed Cloud got one off a rat, so we're good on both of them.
Alright, I was gonna say, wow, that's big for Trinexx, but then Dazed Cloud just got a single bomb drop. Well, as long as Dazed Cloud doesn't waste it, then we're good.
Trying to get a commentator's curse here or something?
No.
Nah, we're good. There we go. He got it on the door. We're good. And other than more bombs, we didn't really find much in there.
We got a very friendly red stick that never leaves us. It's a loyal companion.
Alright, in terms of progression, doesn't really help us. But in terms of being a friend, we always can use a friend or two.
Not to mention, if we can figure out what that stun prize is, that actually could be a very useful companion.
Well, piece of heart. So, nothing real progression worthy, and from here, the world is the runner's oyster. Alright, so both runners making their way over to the Lost Woods area. We got 2 items we can check here. We can check what's sitting on the ground in the mushroom spot. And just single green rupees off a tree pole. $5 laying on the ground. Man, very poor seeds so far.
Yeah, Trinexx may actually need to... Or not, never mind. They would probably like to have 8 more rupees just in case they need some for the bottle vendor, because you can get 50 from Blind's Hut and Kakariko Well. But it's not my decision to make. Trinexx making their own decision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even still, like, there's bound to be at least 8 rupees within these few checks that we got.
Well, let's see what we got to start in Blind's Hut. Well, there you go. That'll do it. 40 more. A book. And a piece of heart.
I'm curious to see if either of them will go to check the pedestal real quick. I know it's a little slow without, you know, the boots or, you know, being in a dark world. But there's always that chance.
Yeah, this early on, the information would be nice, and as a runner, I like to have as much information as possible, but you probably would want to more route that in either like when you're about to make a Dark World entrance, or if you had the mirror and you were making your way through Skullwoods. Well, there's a sword, and a heart container, and more cash.
I guess I shouldn't have, you know, played up the lack of cash so much, because they were fine. See? Even still, all that for just 10 sticks we can't even use right now.
Nope. Oh, there's a hoard of cash in the back of the tavern. Hey, why are we stealing all the tavern's hard-earned money?
Don't ask me. They're the ones that stole it. Just a big 20 up on that library. Nothing to write home about.
dazedcloud gonna check the prize of the race game before doing it, and since it's a piece of heart, says nope, and gonna move on.
Okay, can someone please tell me what the heck they're talking about when they say Fred? I see it in chat, and I'm just really missing something here.
I'm missing it too, and so I'm just gonna move on to South Shore.
The chest residing within the dam is also nothing worthy of talking about, but let's see what is revealed when we pull this dam lever.
How about a fire rod?
That's spicy right there.
Yeah, also ironic in some ways that you have a fire source underwater, but video game logic.
So it would just be a rod then? Just a plain old rod.
It's true.
Oh, dazedcloud, opting to use the rest of their bombs right there. That's a little sketchy considering they're upon the next check that requires a bomb. Let's hope they get some bombs here.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're saved there, plus a Quake Medallion. More cash, that should get you enough for Zora. Well, with that too.
Game, could you please stop helping them out so much? I need a challenge here. Okay, well, there's something. They're down to 1 heart now.
See, you're cursing them again. And then giving them another heart. Although 2 hearts on crabs. They're still 1 hit away from a death.
So I'm the bad influence and then you're the good influence on this game?
I don't know if I'm the good influence, because, again, I'm not all that good at this game. Although dazedcloud is doing pretty well, plus an 8-bomb drop from said crabs, so the game's making sure that they're not getting too out of the way. Alright, so dazedcloud gets the big 20, and as you can imagine, both runners are now probably going to head south and do a fake flipper to go check the Zora area.
That's not following logic.
What? Yeah, who cares about logic?
You're right. Anything to, save a bit of routing, having to do some long, drawn-out routing by just doing the things that you can do while you're here within the limitations of what the rule set gives you.
Yep. Trinexx not worrying about Hobo yet. Just going straight for Waterfall and then probably Zora. But just 2 big 20s from the Waterfall. And dazedcloud's gonna show us... Oh, okay. Trinexx is gonna go walk over to Hobo now that he has the water walk set up. But it'll be for just a heart container.
Right, the only thing left that we can get out of this area is the Zora Ledge check and King Zora himself, which neither of them are in logic at this point, because we don't have the flippers / a glove, and yeah.
Alright, so Zora, and then this out of logic chain will be finished up. There's a heart container on the Zora ledge. Alright, last time I got jebaited on this, but as always, there once was a fish named Zora. He gives you flippers and vanilla. Rando, he sucks. $500. Stupid Trek for $20.
Okay, that worked out pretty dang well. I'll give you that one. So am I to say that you took my suggestion last time we did comms together to edit that poem around?
No, that one I was doing it short because I had to catch up to where Zora was, to be honest. Also, when you say the same thing over and over again, you gotta jazz it up at some point. I have like 5 of them set up, but the problem is like 2 of them only work like 1% of the time. Anyway, we're getting something ironic. We're getting an early... Well, no, with the book, we can do desert, so I guess this makes sense with doing a Genus Cave.
Actually, both of them are going there.
I mean, it makes sense. Check if its boots locked. I mean, you don't have a glove, but you could at least... You know, if the logic is set up right, you could get a couple items while you're here. Or get a flute, that works too.
Well then, these two just sniffed that one out like that.
But both runners are going to go ahead and check Desert Ledge and go into Desert while they're here. And they're going to be rewarded with a sword.
I say they be resworded?
That works, I like it. Alright, and this is Pendant Desert, because with this being standard mode, that music is telling us what we got.
Oh yeah, I don't think either runner has done a map check yet.
Nope. Alright, we got the big key, so we can at least keep going.
We know that at least this dungeon is a pendant dungeon, and also we're totally not boots locked. But we are fire locked out of Hera. No, we're not fire locked out of Hera. We don't need to check the basement at all in Hera.
Hey, that hint's actually useful. Usually they suck. Which means this has to be the key. Which means we can actually do everything except Lamellus.
You know, theoretically that hint, I guess that hint right about now is the best time to get it. But we would have been able to figure that out once we full cleared Hera.
Alright, so dazedcloud, I'm gonna pick up the sword. I'm gonna say that's enough. Well, no, actually, he's still gonna do the other checks, just gonna choose to route it differently than Trinexx is doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen this kind of routing. This is a little strange.
Well, usually if you're in desert, normally have the mirror and you just use that to get around, but without the mirror, it's a long walk navigating through a desert. Alright, so with all the dungeon items on the right side, that means there is an item on Lamulus, but it is a pendant dungeon.
And as it stands, we can't get to it. So nothing better, nothing but a better time right now to go activate that flute. Why don't you say?
Certainly would agree. You know, I do have to agree with Star Wars 999. He says the pendant dungeon music is a lot better, which I personally agree with him and love it when we get a key sanity race. The other music I like is what dazedcloud is about to play for us as we join him in the playing of the National Swag Deck Anthem. And the Hawk's about to rock, and we salute you. We also got a map check. So that was red pendant we had at Desert, and then we have crystals at both Eastern and Hera.
More with the out of sequence stuff. dazedcloud gonna go ahead and save the old man in the dark.
It's interesting how for the Pokey, because I don't remember the actual name, the Quake Medallion is the map symbol.
Oh, because Turtle Rock and Vanilla Link to the Past is quake blocked.
Mm-hmm. Old man giving mushrooms today.
It's interesting that we have that now. We could opt to go ahead and check it. Preferably we want to do it after we save and quit.
Yeah. Without the lamp, that is still out of logic. Although this is the point where you should say, if you find the lamp, that means Act 1 is in logic. Q Chaos reminding us that cave mushrooms are not things you want to eat, so make sure you don't eat the cave mushroom this time. Some cash held by someone friendly. Mildly useful?
Yeah.
So logically speaking, all we've got at this point is Eastern and Sahasrah's Closet. And if we find a lamp, I think Gaga's a call-in.
And consider we haven't found a glove or a hammer yet, looking very likely that might be our play.
In some ways, you kind of almost want to see the mirror, I would think, because that would open up at least the top of Death Mountain, or actually the hook shot. There's a beat. How about Fetch Quest City in Sahasrah's Closet?
Well, you know, if only we hadn't already checked Zora, that kind of would have been very true, because all three of them would have led to fetch quests.
Daze Cloud's gonna turn in the mushroom, then go do shovel. From Trinexx, I don't know if he did a hard reset, but it didn't look like there was anything of value from said mushroom. Alright, Pod is our green pendant based on what the hospital has said.
You know, I just now remembered that glove also opens up beating Lamolus, since we do not have a Bootswalk Desert. Someone buried a lot of cash for us. How nice of them.
Oh, nice. Alright, sick kid. What do you got for us? Nothing. So back to Eastern. Alright, Trinexx is gonna do shovel. Daze Cloud's gonna go see that mushroom was for naught. Gonna pick up the bombs anyway. Alright. So Eastern or Lamolus, that's basically what we got right now. I think Team 4K 4th and Forehead would be pleased with Daze Cloud's rupee count at this point. Alright, so what are our options? Lamp gets us Aga access. Hammer gets us Dark World access. Hookshot or Mirror gets us Death Mountain access. Bow gets us Armos Knight access. That's about it. Alright, just bombs so far. I mean, really...
That's our next progression, right? Am I right?
No. I mean, honestly, at this point, other than Lamolus, I can't think of what else the glove actually opens up for us. Zora, technically, but we know it's nothing.
I mean, the game probably wouldn't expected us to do very well in the escape sequence, so back to escape, but we've also already been lucky enough to check that.
Alright, well, the big key... Alright, so at this point, it's either gotta be here or it's gotta be Lamolus. Hookshot's in Desert Palace!
Oh, the hookshot is on Lamolus. Oh boy,
alright!
That's right there.
That actually is pretty useful for both runners at this point, because that Lamolus is pretty much the only location they have left, and the seed just told them, you're getting this, which means after that you're going to Death Mountain.
But not before you make this long walk back to these 3 wormy bosses.
Trinexx gonna... Daze Cloud bailed as soon as finished with the logic. Trinexx is gonna go ahead, work through the dark, and see what is in the vanilla big key chest in Eastern. But just $20. Alright, so while we have a moment, we know Hammer and Bow can't be on pedestal because of Pod and DP being the two pendants we got at this point. Chances are we may need the mirror, chances are we may need the ice rod. Flippers will... Logically, we definitely will need them with only one pendant dungeon to go. So... pedestal's looking pretty slim at this point.
Yeah, and considering that we already have knowledge of two pendants, we know that Cane Samari is required. We know that Fire Rod was required anyway because of that as well. So we already have two of those items. Bits can also not be on pedestal because, or can they actually?
They could.
Oh boy.
Basically, we have a 50-50 shot at this point that the Titan's mitts could be on there. Alright, Lamellus is down. Here's your hook shot and a pendant.
And as expected, dazedcloud making that beeline straight to East F Mountain.
We have 8 items, Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave. So, at this point, again, Hammer gets his Dark World access, but also gets his Hera access. Boots would get us Bonk Rocks. Bow doesn't really help without the lamp for Eastern. Mirror also would give us Hera access. So a few things we could find here. None of those are any useful, though. And also Ether Tablet, if we got Mirror or Hammer. Alright. Not progression. Not progression. There's progression! And that's progression!
Actually, that bow isn't progression just yet. At least with our logical set of current items, that is.
Aga technically still is in play, depending on... depending on if we need a Pyramid Fairy for, like, Hammer or something. Or Lumberjack. We haven't seen what's on the Lumberjack ledge yet.
Yeah, there also is that bomb jump that was... I mean, it's still fairly recent, but it was discovered, you know, about a month or so ago by Kern. They could use that to circumvent Aga.
Wait, what?
Oh, you did not know about this?
No, I did not.
Alright, well, so, if you go to the area of the Dark World where it is right by Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, the screen just to the right of that screen.
Okay.
You can set yourself up in such a way where you jump off a ledge and you throw the bomb. You basically carry the bomb and drop off the ledge with it. And in a certain pixel position, you can boost yourself with the bomb. Screen transition as you fall into the water, and then you just do a fake flipper.
So I actually had heard of that before. I just never I had heard of that before, but because I had never really referred to it as a bomb jump, so that's kind of where I got confused.
Yeah, it's more of like a bomb boost and not really a bomb jump. Because how we describe a bomb jump is like getting to a platform you couldn't normally get to under normal conditions. One thing that's nice and convenient about getting those mitts here is that we can go ahead and check the Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave.
Yep. We also got the map check. So Turtle Rock is the other pendant, which is ether locked, and then Thieves Town and Swamp House are your 5/6 crystals. So that will mean we're gonna find Hammer before we could do Pyramid Fairy. Well, there's the ether to get into Turtle Rock. So Aga life support is now down to if there's anything on the Lumberjack ledge.
Might actually go ahead and see what is what Meyer's medallion could be as well.
Yeah, you could get there. dazedcloud is electing to head for Village of Outcasts, though.
I typically like going, to Misery Mire area just so I can figure out what the medallion is, and also just get a few quick checks since they're nice and easy, and, not a huge time sink.
And actually, dazedcloud's gonna go ahead and, since Skullwoods is a crystal, gonna go ahead and finish off Mothula and do all Skullwoods here.
Okay, 2 items in Skullwoods. Typically what you'll see is runners go straight for the back if they have the fire rod. But if they don't have the fire rod, they'll stick to the front and figure out what they can from the front area. Nothing but a useless map under the bridge downtown. dazedcloud's gonna go ahead and bite the Mothula in the back. We haven't seen a single item in here yet, so
Nope.
we look out for those pretty soon in the front area. I would guess.
Mothula sticking close to the wall. Now coming out to play a bit. Daze Cloud's gotta be careful. There we go. Alright, shield for your troubles in the first crystal of the game, 40 minutes in.
And that just leaves one item left to find in Skullwoods. Trinexx is... Oh, we're gonna use the B strats! I love this!
We got B strats. Trinexx dodges, and the B takes care of the rest. And there's the second item. We got Hammer.
Phew! That's a relief to find that super soon. dazedcloud, you... I think dazedcloud forgot that they already found both items.
Alright, so now we're gonna make our way to Village of Outcasts. So, this puts us pretty close to go mode, actually. We just need flippers. Technically, we need the lamp. And mirror and whatever the Meyer medallion is, if it's Bombos.
Yeah, that's pretty true, actually.
I mean, you most assuredly wrap up Thieves Town now. You could do kind of the Smith Chain into Hype Cave. I'd almost try to save Hera for last, if I can. Because then that would just spit you out and just a mirror away from Ganon's tower as the 7th crystal. Well, there's Bombos, so we don't have to worry about the Meyer medallion. We got all 3 of them. So flippers could be on the pedestal. Lamp can't. Mirror could. Also, flippers and mirror can't be in Pyramid Fairy because of the Swamp Palace. So the lamp could be on the Pyramid Fairy. That's about it in turn. Well, Aga could really have anything. Just depends on where the lamp is. items. And there's a red mail. That's the third item. We haven't found the key yet, and I think we still have yet to find the compass.
Yeah, so I guess, I don't know if you already said this, I'm sorry if you already did, but the only thing that can be on pedestal, only things are mirror and flippers that would definitely be required.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could have a situation where, like, boots are on pedestal and the GT big key is on the torch.
We can all just hope that won't happen, right? You know, to satiate everyone's lust for bad rando luck, let's just say it's the big key's gonna be in tile room today.
Alright. I was wrong, it was the map, not the compass. Either way, blind will have an item.
Ooh, now we got a red Hokaboka. That has a slight tinge of pink tint, or pink hue.
It's almost like cotton candy.
Either way, we're fighting blind on dazedcloud's side. Last phase, one more hit. And down goes blind.
Down it goes. Okay, apparently my math was wrong and we had found all 4 items.
It's okay. It's fine. Apparently, dazedcloud's math was also wrong, because they checked the big chest.
Yep, and Trinexx instead does a menu check, realizes the small key, he has 3 dungeon items, he ain't worrying about it.
Pink, magenta, violet, potato. How many digs will a dig take with a dig could take digs? I don't know how that came out of my head, but...
Well, 1, you find bombs. I think the seed was like, no, I ain't going with that. Here, just get out of here.
I blessed the game with my terrible woodchuck chucks.
I will say that was pretty good, even though the seed was probably like, nah, I'm not digging that.
How about this? How many digs could a dig game take if a dig game could take forever?
30?
They should just go change the code in the randomizer generator to be like, you have to be task perfect with your digs.
Alright, so we got Froggy World Tour coming up. Gonna go visit Stumpy, then do Hype Cave. I'd probably also do Pyramid Ledge and Catfish. Do the full world tour. Alright, it's Hype Cave time. Alright, $20. Flippers, piece of heart, sticks, and $20. So, yeah, the flippers really help save that.
Very much so, and now we are potentially just a mirror away from go mode.
Well, technically we still need the lamp, but lamps, where we're going, we don't need lamps.
We have fire that comes off a stick instead. That was really doused in water before we found it, which kind of renders it useless, wouldn't you think?
Again, video game logic. I try not to follow it. You know what was interesting was one of the things I was thinking beforehand was I was saying to myself, like, I'd probably consider doing a sequence break into Ice Palace for the 3 hints and the 3 items before I would do a pendant pod, but, well, the seed gave us the flippers, so yeah, Crystal Ice Palace is full clearable at this point.
Looks like dazedcloud wants to take that frog on for the complete world tour that you could possibly take it on. Probably going to save and quit after they're done and return to Smith. And with, the flute just taking you there very quickly, no skin off their bones to go ahead and turn them in anyway. And honestly, it seems like both these runners have had the same ideas in terms of routing for pretty much the whole seed so far.
Alright, just $20 from the fish. So that could also constitute the cash from someone friendly. So now let's go take Jeremiah home. Actually, if you really weren't concerned about the lamp, you could probably also, if you wanted to just go to Meyer, you could also get that done.
So yeah, we have like a couple of good options so far.
And dazedcloud is going to take the Meyer option. Alright, Meyer shed check. There's bacon. And another heart container.
If I were playing this seed, I would be pretty content with my weapons and defense. So I'd be be just looking for that mirror and just say, yeah, I'm going.
Alright, well, Bombos was what was needed for Meyer, so you did have to go to Thieves Town first to get it.
If I'm not mistaken, we have not seen a boots hint yet, and we're kind of looking for that, just so we can go a bit faster,
Yeah. Although the hook shot, you can get some speed with the hook shot, as dazedcloud is showing us. Also, dazedcloud's just mowing down these enemies in this front door room at Meyer. Very nicely done.
Yeah, sword beams make that room very easy. It's especially easy with the boots because you can kill them all in one cycle without them ever disappearing.
Alright, no God Meyer so far. Not that it would matter, we're still gonna check the items.
As I said earlier, both of these runners have had the same ideas for routing this whole time. They haven't missed a step.
They have not. It's been pretty much neck and neck going the same paths.
Yeah, granted, dazedcloud is a few steps ahead of Trinexx, but overall, they're close and on the same path. Okay, so dazedcloud right now is going to opt to skip the left side real quick to check this quick chest right here, which only was a key, so can't really say that worked out too well just yet.
Nope. But now I'm gonna do the firelock side.
Okay, well there's one item which is in the form of a piece of heart, and dazedcloud is going to go ahead and check on that cutscene chest, and also maybe get a look at that hint which is hiding up there. Got a shaky room. Still shaking. Shaking some more. Take a little left. Take a little right. Are we done yet? Maybe. Possibly. Thank you.
Unique items in Skullwoods. Thanks, game. We already figured that out. Alright, big key in this vanilla location. Dweddit and chat asking, does the logic of key sanity allow you to be wasteful with keys? Well, actually, it's not just key sanity, it's all the randomizer logic. The logic has to assume that you use keys in the worst possible way, so it can't put keys behind locked doors without guaranteeing that it can put enough keys around it to make sure that you can't screw it up. So the randomizer logic, no matter what mode, does take the key use into account.
Couldn't help but notice there for a second, Trinexx was low on health and needs to be a little bit careful going through the rest of here.
Alright, Vitreous has the other item.
We know it won't be the lamp, that's for sure.
Now, Trinexx did a hard reset. So if he wanted to, he could just do drain his magic meter and try to do a fake powder on an anti-fairy.
Yeah, it's more useful than you might think, because you can get a free magic refill right before going to the back. dazedcloud making it through that first dark room with ease.
Yeah, it's the first one is the tough one. Once you get past trying to get that Samaria block on the switch, these dark rooms honestly aren't that hard.
I venture to say that this one could actually be tougher for most people, just because of that spike, and just trying to position yourself correctly to hit this switch up here.
dazedcloud is also now running low on health because of said spike. There we go. Both runners having to be careful, making their approach to Trinexx on very low health. And yeah, Trinexx is draining his magic to get a fake powder in.
Vitreous, but yes.
See, when you name yourself based on one of the bosses, I'm gonna screw it up at some point. Trinexx really having problems with this fake powder. Finally gets it. dazedcloud still on a heart and a half. Even a red mail. This is going to be pretty tough. Although you do have arrows, so just 8 arrows in the eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vitreous down.
Phew!
And we got Butter. You okay there, dazedcloud?
Yeah, I'd be shaking too after that fight.
No, sorry, I meant you, Relkin. You made some noise. I was like, wait, are you alright, man?
No, I'm good. Maybe I was shaking after that fight because of how tense it was. Vitria is sending shivers down everyone's spines today.
Alright. Looks like it's time for Ice Palace. Although, as chat's pointing out, dazedcloud is about to go into Ice Palace with a whole hoard of cash and a bottle, but no, not buying blue potions. And there's the first joke hint. Trinexx manages to get a second fake powder.
Yeah, that was actually really close to him taking a hit and would have died from that any theory. Alright, so both runners had a kind of close calls against Ventress, but they managed to both take him down. No problem.
Alright, so we're still looking. We're honestly at this point, now that we've gotten through Meyer, we really just need the mirror for go mode. Chat also pointing out, we saw the hint in that there's a piece of heart in the lunchbox, and chat reminded me, we actually have, neither runner has done that, so that actually will be useful for them to know to not go do that.
That's good, because, you know, for all we could have known, that mirror could have been there, which is a really rude place for it to be.
Unique item is in the western wing of Swamp, but the one that we care about is not going to be there because you needed to get in. Oh! Oh, that jelly is just being mean to dazedcloud.
That jelly is on its A game. I don't know what you're talking about.
So if we don't find Mirror, part of me feels like you'd do Hera first, because it's a crystal dungeon, but there's an argument to be made to maybe go independent pod and try to avoid climbing the mountain if you can. Mirror could still be on pedestal, and we've had the book from the word go.
Okay, I was gonna say, Trinexx had one bomb left to their name, so they needed to make sure they get that bomb done. If I counted correctly, that's 2 items we've found so far.
So that means Cold Stare has it. Yeah, so for those just joining us, this has honestly been pretty linear. We've had... There was a point where we were a lamp away from Aga, but then we got a hint that the hook shot was on Lamulus once we found a lift upgrade. And that was really the only item location left we had, so progression had to be there. Then that took us up to Death Mountain to get Titan's Mints for Dark World. And then it's both runners have basically done the same things. Skullwood, Stevestown, Jeremiah, Misery Mire, put Cold Stare in a corner with Butter, And down he goes for more bombs. So yeah, here's where the fun begins. Pendant Pod. Crystal Hera that you'd really like to save as your last crystal dungeon. Or Pendant Turtle Rock. So dazedcloud. Gonna go ahead and finish Eastern actually and see if Armos Knights have the mirror.
That's interesting because the Dead Rock kind of just made up dazedcloud's mind for them.
I mean, like we've been saying, dazedcloud and Trinexx have pretty much followed the same path for most of this race. And this is probably the point where you gotta imagine at some point they're gonna have to diverge while looking for the mirror.
Trinexx once again showing us how easy Cold Stare is with Gold Sword.
And dazedcloud did not do vanilla big key. Wait, what is dazedcloud doing? Alright, so Trinexx is fluting. Flutes to 5, so going to the same area. But going fourth dimensionally. This is a play for Pod.
Well, there's your divergence right here.
Alright, just a piece of heart, so we know Trinexx checked vanilla big key chest and it wasn't anything, so Eastern Palace is not going to hold the mirror. Trinexx will begin making the way through Pod. And we are just looking for the mirror at this point. Technically, we need the lamp, but neither runner's really too worried about that, and dazedcloud is now heading back up the mountain. So this is probably where the race is going to be won or lost. So Days Cloud is going to do, imagine Ether Tablet, then Hera.
Pat, where do you think that mirror is going to end up?
Alright, Cape on Ether, which we have not seen. Bumper Cave.
It's true. I just now realized that, which is kind of a rude place for that cape to be if the mirror were ended up being there.
Alright, we got a hint earlier that the map is in the coffee break room, so that's why Days Cloud is saying, I don't need that key. Because I know what's here.
Ooh, did you see that hint?
Yes, the unique item is in the dark.
Can you guess where Trinexx is about to head to?
Yeah. I know Dark Crossroads didn't have anything, so it wouldn't be referring to that. Days Cloud have just told us what we're about to find. Nope! It was the boots!
Well, there's your boots hint, confirmed.
So we at least now, depending on if Days Cloud goes to Pod, we at least know we will be able to find the GT Big Key now that we have all the means to get all 22 items. Alright, 2 Butter Sword slashes. And down goes Trolldorm.
Can you miss it? And Tower of Hera didn't have anything early, besides that hint.
And with that hint, Days Cloud is going to head for Pod. And there's Silver Arrows. Trinexx says that's enough. I wasn't item counting, but
There is an item on Helmasaur. I saw their menu. They had all 3 dungeon items.
when I no, Trinexx is gonna go finish Eastern. That's what this is for. Chad also pointing out that this is green pendant, so there's still is, well, there's 2 items essentially behind Helmasaur. Alright, so we got all of them. We got Flinctuary we can do. Bumper Ledge. This also would give them Aga Lumberjack Ledge for Aga 1. With the boots now, if I'm gonna make the climb for Turtle Rock, well, see, here's the thing. I was about to say I'd almost go check Ped first to know if I need, like, if I have to go ahead and just go right for Trinexx. But the thing is, Turtle Rock's the one dungeon that go-moding it, you almost have to full clear it in the process. That I would almost think the time wasted going for it wouldn't be worth it. You know what? dazedcloud never did. No, dazedcloud did do left side or right side pod. I forgot. For those asking in chat, we can't access Turtle Rock without the mirror. We just can't get to Mimic Cave without the mirror. Yeah, I meant Bowlock. I'm sorry, chat. Alright, so here we go. No, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, you're probably going to say that, yeah, King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks are up next on Trinexx's agenda.
Yep, Flanctuary. Just $50.
I do like that term, because it flanks both the left and the right of it.
You can thank Dr. Bob-tastic for that one.
Well, I thank you, Dr. Bob-tastic, for that one.
Just a hoard of cash in both locations.
So collectively, 100 rupees in Flanctuary.
I think this is going to be a lumberjack check for Trinexx. Ooh. dazedcloud going to keep going. Alright, lumberjack, what do we got? Just sticks.
Phew! Cross that off our list.
And actually, dazedcloud says, nope, I'm heading out too. So Aga is officially dead at this point. It's fascinating how, I mean, both runners have done almost virtually the same plays. The only difference is dazedcloud did Hera before doing Pod, but you would have to think Trinexx is going to do Hera before Pod, as we see him heading right over there as we speak. I mean, it's been fascinating to watch how both runners have basically done the same moves, and even when they've had a chance to diverge, eventually they end up doing the same things anyway. And with the cape Trinexx just got, the dazedcloud has, this is probably Bumper Cave. And just a shield.
Phew, okay. It's good for Trinexx, I guess.
Alright, so we've got Turtle Rock, Pedestal, Green Pendant, Dead Rocks. We have Dead Rocks.
And more dead rocks.
Chad also pointing out we haven't done Spike Cave, so that's in logic. That's possible. Since we don't have the mirror, Dombo's tablet won't give us anything. So yeah, Spike, Turtle Rock, Green Pendant, Pedestal. Yeah, chat pointing out the pedestal's not in logic right now because of Ice Rod and the lamp. But the thing is that, you know, if you found both of those here in Turtle Rock, then that would effectively open up the pedestal. Trinexx gonna check Spike Cave next. Oh!
Oh boy!
The magic mirror's on a boss. So you have two choices essentially. Is it on Helmasaur or is it on Trinexx?
Well, do you go for the one that you know you can do or the one you may not be able to do?
He's dazedcloud's doing the one you can. We'll see what Trinexx decides to do once he gets that hint.
Well, I guess now we can say that Pet is officially dead, huh?
Yeah, it has to be, because Lamp can't be there. Ice Rod can't be there. We know Mirror's not there.
Wait, would that mean that the mirror could be on Trinexx, the runner himself?
No. I like where you're going with that, but no.
Then Trinexx just could have been in go mode this whole time.
Alright, let's see what Trinexx decides to do once they get the hint. Thinks about it. Thinking. He's gonna keep going. Oh, he's waffling. He's going. He's going back for Helmut. Man!
What in the world?
He is real. He's committed now. He's out.
You know, if Trinexx end up actually having the mirror, all I would say to Trinexx is just look at yourself for the answers.
I mean, that's something we're gonna have to ask him about, because that's fascinating. Because that couldn't have been in a better time for us, because we essentially know at that point that dazedcloud was committed to Helmasaur at this point. And if Helmasaur does not have this mirror, I mean, this, as we've kind of said, this race, they've been neck and neck the whole time, because they've basically been doing the same move one after the other. And dazedcloud's going to have a bit of an advantage because of getting that hint first. So realistically, whether the mirror is on Trinexx or Helmasaur, This is gonna be a close race. And it's been a close race the whole time.
I like the way the base beast puts it in chat. I think you mean it's neck and neck and neck and neck.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
That's such a pitiful laugh.
The thing is that's kind of a laugh turning into a cry because of a terrible pun. dazedcloud, just finish off Helmet Star so we can know if this mirror's here or not.
Is it the mirror?
Nope!
It's not! It's Trinexx! I told you to just look within yourself, Trinexx. Then again, that ice rod is still unknown.
I mean, here's the question. Alright, let's think about this. Ice Rod. We've seen Spike Cave. Turtle Rock. I don't think we have anywhere else to check. I mean, at least turn in the green pendant, because maybe the Ice Rod's on Sahasrahla. I mean, because I can't think of anything else. We've seen Spike Cave from Trinexx. So you got Sahasrahla and Turtle Rock.
Right here we see dazedcloud not turning in that green pendant.
I mean, essentially the gambles are still being made. Because dazedcloud is essentially going to Turtle Rock without checking green pendant. We know the mirror is on Trinexx from the hint. But we still need the Ice Rod for certain. Lamp, logically, we need it, but both runners have been pretty fine with dark rooms. They're not going to need to worry about the lamp. Alright. Back into Turtle Rock we go. And Trinexx is following suit. Or not. He's turning in the pendant. Alright, this is a critical moment in the race. If Sahasrahla has this Ice Rod, let's see. Nope. Ice Rod and Lamp are in Pendant Turtle Rock.
Wow. dazedcloud dodged a huge major bullet there.
I mean, basically from here, it's pretty straightforward. You go comb Turtle Rock for the Ice Rod and the Lamp, which is right there. As soon as you get Ice Rod, you go right for Trinexx, and then you're just in go mode, swamp, and then head for GT.
Oh, don't you just love the lamp being in Turtle Rock?
I mean, as a runner, no. As a as sadistic chat, yes.
So the answer is maybe. For a key in the vanilla big key chest today.
I mean, you were checking that chest no matter what. Being effectively one item away from go mode. In fact, pretty much once you find the ice rod, you are in go mode, since we know the mirror is on Trinexx. One hour, 36 minutes, 54 seconds. Dazed Cloud is in go mode.
Well, at least the ice rod was along the way and not somewhere else.
But we are going to have to do Laser Bridge. Yeah, that chat's pointing it out. Trinexx sat there for a good 10 to 20 seconds debating what he was going to do. He really thought about going for Turtle Rock instead of Helmastar, and that is putting him behind right now. Alright, well, at least the key was in the first chest of Laser Bridge.
That's the nicest thing the game could have done to us right then and there.
Well, there still is a GT Big Key guessing game once we get there. Alright, phase 1 down for Trinexx. For Dazed Cloud facing Trinexx. And Trinexx is not happy about where the ice rod is.
Guess what? After grabbing this mirror right here, we still have to beat Swamp Palette.
We still have one crystal to go. We had an early jump on the GT Big Key guessing game, but well, too late. Start getting your guesses in. I guess I'll just go with it. There are 22 locations where that Ganon's Tower Big Key can be in the basement of Ganon's Tower. If you want to play in our guessing game, you need to guess a number between 1 and 22. Having subscribed to one of our 6 speed gaming channels or donate 250 bits. And Dazed Cloud's going to have to take a detour to Swamp House before we can actually finish this off. So, Relkin, you want to throw in your guess?
7. That is all.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
7. That is all.
Sorry, I think you jumped the gun on your push to talk. I'm gonna say 3. Just for the humor that it was on the torch, even though both the runners had the boots.
Yeah, not like it's gonna matter way too much, like you said. Now, I must say right now that Trinexx has to defeat himself to be able to look at himself.
It was a very clean fight. Is this a done deal for dazedcloud? No, there's still execution in GT. Take a Ganon hug, a Troll Arm fall. This race is not over by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, honestly, at this point, you got Butter, you got Silvers, you got Red Mail. You're not checking anything at this point. You're just going.
Yeah, Trinexx entering Swamp just as dazedcloud reaches Argus.
Alright, dazedcloud as crystal number 7. We've already started the guessing game. So, most likely, all the 22 guesses have probably already been taken. But, hey, if you want to throw a number in, you can still throw a number in.
Yeah, you have about a minute and a half or so to throw in your guesses if you haven't already.
Chat also bringing it up, it could come down to a left-right decision on getting the big key. There's a few precious seconds dazedcloud's gonna lose. Chat also bringing up a good point in chat. Both runners have to feel way behind, having had to double dip both Pod and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I'm sure no one would feel very good about how the seed has gone at this juncture.
Last chance. Guesses are closed. Alright. Chest number 1. Small key number 2. 10 arrows. dazedcloud, even with the key, is going left. Alright, number 3. Swagnet. Number 4. There it is!
All right. So it looks like the person in chat with the closest guess to number 4 is 5 from Phycia. Very, very nicely done. You win awesomeness. Pride.
You win a spot on our leaderboard. Or was that the awesomeness you were referring to?
Yeah, that's the board of awesomeness and pride.
Okay, sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there. I thought that was the end of your thing. Oh, I hate when I cut people off.
It's
Either way, 147.56 dazedcloud's in the gauntlet. PRD Wong asking he needs a recap. Why is Trinexx so far behind? Alright, so start of the race, we were a lamp away from AGA 1. All we had to do was find said lamp. Instead, Hookshot was on Lamellus. All of that basically to say that the Light World portion was pretty linear. From there, our runners have basically been linear from the jump. Skullwoods, Thievestown, Meyer, Ice Palace, and then we basically got into this position where we were basically looking for the mirror. We got a hint. Both runners did pod, elected not to go kill Helmassar. We got a hint that basically said that the mirror was on a boss. At that point, it was either going to be Helmassar or Trinexx. So dazedcloud immediately went for Helmassar. Trinexx thought about it for a minute, almost went for Trinexx, instead decided to go for Helmassar, and then basically did a few checks before heading back for Turtle Rock, because we were still missing the Ice Rod and the lamp. dazedcloud just YOLO'd it, and that's the difference in the race.
Alright, dazedcloud coming up on Rando. Troll Dorm 2. I mean, basically Rando, because the movement patterns are almost Rando.
Alright, time for the Geometry Wars. Ooh, both of those balls hit at the same time, so that's still just one hit. Ooh, not a good one there. And all of those hit at once, so we're only at 2. 3, 4. 5, just one more to go. And that'll do it. Agatu is down, and it is time for the big pig.
What words of wise, wizardly wisdom does Ganon have to offer us today? You got any personal favorites, Jax Reffy?
Outside the box thinking. I think that's the one I like the most.
I like the Police song, Don't Stand So Close to Me. Spaceballs is also good.
That works too. Alright, Dazed Cloud has enough swings to get through phase 2 at this point. And into phase 3 we go. Do we find the arrows in pod? Yep, here's one in... What? Well, Ganon got to me before I could put it in his face. Ooh, that'll set up nicely. 1, 2, 3, triple. So just one more to go, and that will do it.
Just a small 1x3 bridge to cross for Dazed Cloud, and they have finished in first place with an official SRL time of 1:53.40. GG's in chat for Dazed Cloud.
Absolutely. Spam those GG's in chat. And as Chad's pointing out, that certainly was a seed.
In fact, they were both in chat saying that themselves.
Mm-hmm. Trinexx does get the torch glitch. Gonna be a 2. 3, one more to go. Ooh, oh, Cat almost fell off, but gets it done. So just walks through the door, and Trinexx finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 28 seconds. GG's to Trinexx. Man, what a race.
What a race indeed. When it comes down to whichever boss you pick is correct,
So we are going to have both join in an interview. We're just waiting for both to get here, and then we will talk to them about this fascinating race.
Hello.
And we are joined by both dazedcloud and Trinexx in chat. GG's to both of you.
GG dazedcloud. That was
Hey, GG
hell of a
Trinexx.
seed there.
All right, so Trinexx, the first question goes to you. Chat, I'm going to give this that chat was the one asking this question, so this is coming from them. Why did you choose not to look within yourself?
Do you have one of those days where you lost your wallet and it's in your back pocket the entire time?
Yes, I've had one of those days. Yeah.
Just imagine that, but this whole seed.
All right, to fill in dazedcloud, once Trinexx got the hint, which you got it first, Trinexx sat there for about 30 seconds debating, am I going for it? Am I not? Am I going for Trinexx? Am I not? And he even got the cane down and went over the pit and then saved and quit. So...
Oh.
Yeah, it was the debate between I can easily go ahead and clear Helmasaur or... I mean, Ice Rod's always in Turtle Rock. I should have gone with that, but I didn't have it in hand, so I just felt like that was the better play. But
I did the exact same thing. I just didn't sit there. I just was like, oh, okay.
So the thing that makes this all kind of come full circle is that my first seed during week 1, the exact same thing happened where I debated killing Helmasaur or doing something else. So I bailed on Helmasaur and he had the micro progression, so I tried doing the exact opposite and that burned me just as well, so.
That seed was weird. That was like, the hints were both like awesome and terrible at the same time.
All the hints came exactly after the moment you needed them.
So,
For me, it actually worked pretty perfectly. Like at one point, like I was looking for my my Dark World progression, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I checked all of those fetch quests, and then I'm in Eastern, and I walk right by the hint, and it says, "Hey, idiot, hookshots in Desert Palace," and I'm like, and I immediately go there and get that one, and then I forgot what the other one was, but. There was something else that was just like, oh, that's actually really useful. Last one was not good, but whatever.
I would actually commend both of you to go back and watch this race, because the thing that was fascinating for us to watch is you both pretty much made the exact same moves. You guys were pretty much neck and neck the entire time. Like, even when we got to the divergent part of you didn't have the mirror, so you couldn't do Swamp Palace, even when you started making divergent plays of one of you went to Eastern while the other went to Hera, eventually you all ended up back at the same spot, which was you both went into Pod, both noped out before finishing off Helmasaur, and then ending up at Turtle Rock and finding the hint basically told you, alright, pick Helmasaur or Trinexx.
Coin, good luck, buddy. Those are the seeds that I hate, and it's just where you're down to like a decision between like Swamp and Ice Palace, or you got to kill one or the other, and you're flipping a coin and you're praying that you chose what right. My IRC up for like the last 15 minutes, just assuming that I'm dead, because I felt so behind the entire time.
Yeah, I felt like that, my entire time I spent in Mire, which thankfully I didn't die, but I just was on the verge of it every like 5 seconds, and I was not able to do fake powder whatsoever. Like, it just was not able to be like done. So it was like 5 different tries I failed before I got one before the dark room and then one after the dark room, but
yeah.
When I was in Mire, I somehow got myself down to like one heart going into going into Vidi, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, could be better.
Yeah, I
This
mean
really could be better.
the one difference there was when both of you found the fetch quest city in Sahasrala's closet. Trinexx did the mushroom first and did a hard reset. dazedcloud, you did all of those fetch quests. So basically, and you decided to keep the mushroom being turned in to not be able to do fake powder.
I don't know. Fake powder seems like it's good in key sanity, but outside of that, the amount of times it's actually helped me is minuscule.
And the thing for this,
I risk it.
yeah, for this seed,
know?
even though I had the ability to do the fake powder, my next step was either going into Ice Palace or Mire, so I needed the magic. So basically, I just completely just skipped it anyways.
Which I guess there's the next question I have to ask, which is, both of you had a bottle and a flute, and neither one of you went to go get potions.
Time.
I mean, I think we had red mail pretty early, so I didn't think about it too much. So
I wasn't worried about dying. I was just like at that point, like I said, like anytime it takes you 35 minutes to get into Dark World, you're feeling terrible. And so at that point, I'm just like, I've just got to go completely balls out right here and just go as fast as I can.
I think after a certain point, I think when I got to Dark World, I actually kept it pretty conservative. Basically, just full cleared Skull Woods and just worked my way around the corner.
This is going to be a fun one to watch back. I think I'm going to have to check this out here after we get this all set up.
Yeah,
Guys,
really, you should.
I would certainly commend it to you guys.
Well, I got to get running. Thanks for the stream. Thanks to Fear Agent for setting this, and everybody for setting this entire league up. This has been a blast.
Yeah, it certainly has been a pleasure to commentate and watch all of the teams as they've been going through the league, and both dazedcloud and Trinexx. GG's to both of you. Everyone, please be sure to give both of them follows on Twitch for this very entertaining race you both put on for us tonight.
And I just want to say good game once again to dazedcloud. It was a good win, even though it was just one of those weird-ass seeds there. But yeah, like I said, the whole format of this league was actually really great. The whole teammate thing makes things that you burn out. It's not too bad. You can take a week off. It's been really nice, and hope to be able to try to do it again in fall, and hopefully do better next time, but we'll see.
Absolutely. All right, well, GG's to both of you. Obviously, of course, we want to give a shout out to our tracker, MathGirl718. Did a great job keeping track of all the items that we found along this seed, and we certainly found a lot of them. Relkin, we haven't been in the commentary booth for a while, and I gotta say, like, that's the bad thing about having such good commentators is you get such rare opportunities to commentate with them, so it was a certain pleasure having you in the booth with me tonight.
Oh, thanks, Jack Sharfy. Same to you. You're awesome as well. I think it's awesome to have the opportunity to commentate with you as well.
Yeah, we have such great volunteers here in the ALTTPR community. Certainly join our Discord. Get into the game. It is certainly a blast. Even though I suck at this game, I still enjoy the heck out of it. Thank you, as both dazedcloud and Trinexx mentioned, thank you to the volunteers behind the scenes that are making the ALTTPR League as fun as it is to be a part of, as well as the Speed Gaming staff for putting on this for us on the Speed Gaming network of channels. Your bit donations and subs are what keep the lights on here at the Speed Gaming network, because it's all volunteer based. So for dazedcloud, Trinexx, MathGirl, Relkin, I am Jex Reffi. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next mission.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. See you later.
Have a good one.